As a professional in the interior design industry, I've always held a Charles Eames maxim that the role of the designer is that of a very good, thoughtful host anticipating the needs of their guests. When my wife and I set out to design spaces for our own two young children who are both on the autism spectrum and have sensory needs, Eames's philosophical approach to design took on new meaning and raised new questions. What if, for example, the needs of the guests one is designing for, in our case children with autism spectrum disorder and sensory processing disorder, go beyond ordinary consideration? What if those needs manifest as acute sensitivity to light and sound, or are expressed by a compulsive desire to jump and crash on furniture, bang, push, and pull objects, or have their bodies squeezed and swung? What if the sensory needs of one child is not only different from, but at odds with, those of another child? How do you reconcile such disparate needs when you're a parent or professional trying to design a playroom or bedroom in a private home, let alone a designer working on an autism-friendly business or a classroom for special needs students? Like many others faced with similar design questions, we thought that doing a little bit of research would yield some great ideas and provide clear direction on how to approach our project. Unfortunately, as we learned was the case with pioneering researchers A.J. Perrin and Magda Mustafa, we were disappointed by the lack of academic literature on the subject of designing for neurodiversity, and found gathering ideas very challenging. Like Perrin and Mustafa, we figured that if the important resources that we were looking for didn't already exist, perhaps it was up to us to provide them. And so began Embrace by Design. Embrace by Design exists to create, gather, and share design ideas that honor the wide-ranging needs of a neurodiverse world. We are motivated by the belief that thoughtfully designed spaces, objects, and experiences can be powerful and positive agents in our lives. And we feel that this is especially true for people whose unique needs are so rarely considered in the built environment. For such individuals, the public sphere can be agitating to the senses. And, if not designed properly, private homes can fail to provide the sense of comfort we all deserve. Thankfully, researchers have been focusing on ways architects and designers can mitigate agitating elements of the built environment. While we applaud the research that's being done, finding universal design guidance that works for such a wide spectrum of needs, including those of so-called neurotypicals, is a very tall order. Rather than focusing on universals, Embrace by Design seeks to provide a wide array of ideas from which one can draw inspiration and use to custom tailor a design that meets the individualized needs of their projects. Additionally, Embrace by Design aspires to look beyond mere mitigation. In the spirit of Le Corbusier, we feel that our spaces can function as tools to facilitate not only our daily lives, but our growth and development. For my wife and I, this meant that our designs had to help facilitate meaningful interactions with our children, thereby strengthening our bonds and creating opportunities to practice some of the things that their kids find difficult. We know that the designs that work for some might not work as well for others. After all, as the name implies, neurodiversity is nothing if not diverse. It is with this in mind that we invite you to view this resource as a menu of ideas, as opposed to a prescription to follow. Our goal is simple. We want to do our part to help make designed objects, environments, and experiences more embracing of neurodiversity. Our measure of success will be realized when things, spaces, and places start working for individuals on the spectrum rather than against them. We feel that we can most effectively accomplish our goals by inspiring designers, professional or otherwise, to thoughtfully anticipate and consider the needs of their neurologically diverse guests by providing a wide array of ideas on the subject. While the design ideas might be wide-ranging, they all share one commonality. They all accept the unique needs of the neurodiverse community without judgment, and they aim to support those needs rather than correct them. Our greatest hope is that our efforts help move us all closer to a world where neurodiversity is truly embraced by design.